Good morning. God, that's too loud, that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. I've got my cup of coffee. Hope you've got a cup of tea or a drink, because we are going to go through my weekly numbers. And by the way, tomorrow we're going to go through Clough Road figures. It was a really, really good week for move-ins, reservations. That's the official analogy. Yeah, that's basically how it felt last week for reservations. But we'll go through that tomorrow. We'll also tell you tomorrow how many people booked online through the whole process without actually talking to somebody. And the data is very, very consistent. So we don't know, but it's looking, the bigger the sample size we get, the more we're understanding this process. Because at the minute we're trialing showing prices on our website, which is, it's interesting. It's by no way as clear cut as I thought it was. I thought it was really clear cut, that showing prices on the website didn't work. However, it's not like that. And we're still continuing the trial this week. So we haven't decided to stop it. Right. So we had 13 quotes last week. Yes, 13 quotes. The team are loving it because they can do other stuff. They can clean the facility. They don't have quotes to get me. Don't forget, before we was having around about 70 quotes between between Clough Road and Willerby. And now we're getting maybe 20. So it's dramatically decreased the amount of quotes, which decrease the amount of workload, which means we can focus our attentions on other parts of the business, like making sure that the self-storage is as clean and tidy as possible. And by the way, if you're watching this video, I've got all my England stuff up, my England flags, everything. You will not get hold of me today after 1 p.m. because obviously England are playing, having some beers. Oh, yeah. It's my sister's birthday. We're going out for a meal afterwards. Yes, it'll be a really, really good day. Really, really looking forward to it. Obviously, we're not taking away, the working conditions, etc. I've been listening to a podcast this morning about that. And you know what? It really breaks your heart. And the speech that was given yesterday, I know it's in a World Cup podcast, but I'm passionate about football, so you're going to have to bear with me. It just breaks my heart because I don't believe in this country we are born. I was texting somebody last night, and I can't remember in what context. It was like a rah text. So it was something because somebody's struggling, and I basically said that ultimately we live in the UK. We are so fucking lucky. If you look around the world and look at your potential life places you could have lived, we live in the UK. And I know that doesn't mean we should never complain, but it's all about perspective. And having that perspective of we are in the UK, we are probably in the top 1% of the worldwide population. And so complaining and having any audacity just to feel down. And by the way, I understand mental health, etc. I'm not begrudging that, but I'm just saying that sometimes we need perspective. We need to think, you know what, I live in the UK. I've got so many opportunities. We are in a fantastic, fantastic era situation. There's probably no time better to be alive right now. And so I just thank my lucky stars every single day that I've been, through no fault of my own, nothing to do with me, but I've been given the gift to live in the UK and to be born into the circumstances I'm born into. So yeah, I just don't think that I ever deserve to be upset, because I always go back to first principles. Look at where we live. Look at the opportunity around us. We are fucking lucky. And yeah, we look at what's happening in Qatar, and not Qatar, and I just feel I feel so sad. And I've been having this internal debate thinking, well, I'm looking forward to the World Cup. Yeah, but people have died, so you couldn't look forward to the World Cup. It's ridiculous. It's only a game. And I've come to the conclusion that ultimately I can't control what happens, and I shouldn't not look forward to a World Cup because of the decisions being made and the protocol out there. And I mean, Jesus, you can't even be, you can't say you're gay. Human rights is a massive, massive issue. And I've come to the conclusion that I can still enjoy people kicking around the football, but I also can feel aggrieved and upset about the situation and circumstances. As you can see, I've had an internal battle in my head thinking, should I be looking forward to it? I mean, I also even watch it. And because I do think that morally, I don't know, ethically, morally, there's got to be questions to be answered. But then I can't take away from my enjoyment of watching the game, because it doesn't make any difference if I watch the game. But then equally, if we all anyway, right. Self-storage. Let's get on with it. And by the way, I'm looking forward to talking to you guys tomorrow as well. Wednesday, I'm talking to one person tomorrow because I left my when I said last week about I want to talk to you. I'm booked loads of people to talk to on Wednesday, and tomorrow I'm speaking to one person because I left my diary open on a Tuesday for some reason, and obviously I've got to fulfill that. Jim, looking forward to chatting, mate. All right, buddy. So I'm really looking forward to hearing you guys and talking to you. And I've loved a little, because I asked the question, what do you want to talk about? Then people have said, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about. I love reading them because it's so good. And then some of them I'm thinking, fuck, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. What? I ain't got a clue, mate. I don't know how to help you. But it allows me to research it. So tomorrow night, I'm going to research the shit out of, so make sure I give value to everybody. If you still want to book, by the way, we have a few slots left. I think we have like 6 left or something like that I can do. It's going to be busy all day. And really, really, really looking forward to it. So Wednesday, go and check my Calendly. And if it's not, Jojo, if you can put a link on the bottom of this podcast, that'll be awesome. If it's not there, boys and girls, check last Wednesday because it's there. Right, number of quotes, 13, because obviously we're getting less quotes because people, when they've actually quoted with us, when they actually contact us, we should be getting a high conversion rate because they already know the price and they already know the location. So they're the 2 biggest objections. So we should be converting like massively high. Should I have a swig of my coffee? Number of reservations was 12. Forward movings 5, so that's 41%. So reservations, quotes to reservations were 92%. So you'd expect high above 80 because I wouldn't understand how anybody would not book because they know the location, they know everything. So why wouldn't they? I don't know. So high conversion rates. I've just clicked off it because I've just seen the true period revenue pop in the emails this morning. Right, number of move-ins. We had 9 move-ins last week, and that is a 70% conversion rate from quotes to move-ins for 910 square foot. We had 2 other move-ins, but we only took 985 square foot only. We're just 15 square foot away from that magic 1,000. I want to take 1,000 every single week, and I don't think I can grumble. Number of times the van was rented out. The van was rented out 6 times. Quote breakdown, 8 came from Google at 61% or 62% if we rounded up. 1 came from passing by, and the rest we don't have the data on. So we only have 9 of the 13 quotes data there. Square foot moved in, 985, as you know. Square foot moved out, 995. So we are 10 square foot down. Gutted. Although Clough Road, wow, what a week, Clough Road. In terms of move-ins, reservations, not so much. So, as I said, number of rooms moved in, 11. Number of rooms moved out, 13. We've got 359 internal rooms occupied. 1 container in, 2 out. So we've got 44 containers rented out. Car parking spaces is 4. And store occupancy is 83.67%. We are currently down at the minute. For the month, we are 260 square foot down, which isn't, I don't want to tell a team this, but it's not too bad given it's November and given was 1,400 square foot up last month. So we end the month around about neutral, that means we're going into December with 1,400 square foot, not to play with, but on the whole quarter. I look at it on a quarterly basis. Right, so store occupancy is 83.67%. At the minute, by the way, we're looking at how we can do revenue management, how we can increase revenue around the store. I said an idea to the wife, and she told me I'm being ridiculous and being greedy. Being greedy. We live in I'm a capitalist. I want to make money. There's nothing wrong with making money. And so I don't know. I'll let you guys know when I find the way to increase revenue, because I want to get this store to take in a true period revenue of £83,333 per month, and that means we're £1 million site officially. I mean, we are subletting part of it at the back, so Gold Star, a gymnastics place. So maybe we can get away. I think it's about £2,000 a month or just over. So maybe we can get away with doing 81,000 to make it call it £1 million a year site. Need to get that trophy to have £1 million a year site. I'd love it. Obviously over $1 million for you American listeners and the conversion rates, but we're not £1 million yet. Right, weekly sales on merchandise, £38.70 per moving. So that's an average, so not too bad. We trying to get over 25 quid there. Total amount of new insurance sold this week was 60,000. We've increased our minimums for insurance, by the way, so these should now be over £6,000. That's the new aim, £6,000. Our insurance has gone up, and so we're trying to offset that and make sure that we're not losing money. amount of square foot during this next week is seven move-ins for 650 square foot, and move-outs due is 8 for 625. So we're due to be 25 square foot up. However, I believe that we are going to be higher than that. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm just going to pause a second because I need to get my Google Analytics for you guys to tell you the conversion rate of the whole website. All right, so I've got the information for you guys. We had a total of 337 visitors. That was an increase, by the way, of 23%, 24% from the previous week, which is really, really good. However, we've got 19 reservations for the week, which means we got a conversion rate of 5.6%, which by anybody's metrics, a conversion rate on a website like that is unbelievable. I'm in talks at the minute with Greg Merrilees from Studio One. And he is looking at my doing some more website pages for me for some new sites coming that I'm really excited about. And also, by the way, Studio One is awesome. Greg is awesome. Listen to a podcast about it as well. Been talking to Laura as well, Pip Click Queen, about Greg Merrilees. And yeah, he's really, really good. It's expensive though. I listened to a podcast, he charges 10 grand per website. I was like, holy shit. But remember, your websites are a walking, talking salesman all the time. They never, ever turn off, and it's worth the investment. You're paying 20, 30, 40, whatever you're paying for people, then a website is not just important, because obviously people are people. Because I sound like Saudi Arabia here and Qatar. Saudi Arabia, Qatar. And so, yeah, I think it's an investment. It's not a cost, it's investment. Right, okay, let's have a look at my other data. We want to look at how much money we took in last week. I've got it all set up for you as well. I have it already, and I can't find it. There we go. Oh, no, I've took the wrong one. Here we go. Oh, my God. Clough Road figures. Right, I need to get rid of them. And, deleted the wrong ones. I will find it. Here it is. I found it. Let's move that up there. We took, in all three sites, a good week, a really good week. We took £30,932 and 3 pence. So we're over the 30,000 mark. Boop, boop, boop. So that's good. £4,092.55 at Clough Road. Beverley was £3,518.23. And Willerby, no bounce direct debits, by the way, which is good. Willerby is £23,321.25 and 402 bounced DDs. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. All right, guys, see you later. Have a great day. Come on, England.